everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. So today we're going to be working a little bit on this pretty peony. So y'all come in and say hi. We are currently live on Facebook. If you see the little red button at the top left, if not, you're catching a replay. I'm going to try and squeeze one in here before the next storm comes. So hopefully we can get a little bit on this flower done. So just so y'all know, in case you're new, the reference photo for this is by Pamela Escobedo, and she gave me permission to paint her beautiful photo. So, and this is where we are. We are doing acrylic on wood. Okay. So let's see. We'll see if anybody shows up because I've kind of gone back and forth as to whether I was even doing a live today. But I am. So hopefully some people will come on here. If not, you can get to the replay. Not a big deal. Let's see. Finding my live so I can see chat. And make sure my sound is good. Okay. Seems okay. Hey, Lori. All right. So let's see, we got person on, says 2, we'll see. And sound seems okay. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull this up because I don't know how much time I have before it starts lightning again. So let's see. All right, give me a second, I'll pull this camera up top. Sorry, it's not sitting right there. Okay. Yeah, I made it. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's zoom this in just a little bit. Set up, I think, about here. See if that works. All right. Let's not get too close because you know I'm going to splash it. I do that all the time. All right, let's see. So we need to just continue working on our lighting and shading and all that. And I'd love to get the color closer, but I don't know. Maybe I need to use reds instead of pinks and tone them down because I feel like the reference is pinker. Mine is more purpley, and I don't know exactly why. But I might try switching to some reds mixed with white instead of magenta mixed with white and see how that goes. But I think I've got most of it laid out in the right places for the most part. It's just mostly color and texture kind of I need to work with. So let's see, I might play around with, let me try this Naphtha Crimson. I don't think it has any blues. Pink, red, 170. So it didn't have any blues or anything. I wonder, does my magenta have blue? It doesn't list a blue. I don't know. I'm going to just try it, see what it looks like, if it's a little bit closer in tone. Like I said, I've been mostly using the portrait pink for a base and then magentas and whites, but I know I like the portrait pink. It's close to most of the tones, but it's those pink tones that are just throwing me off. Get some white out here. Let's do... Where is my white there? Oh, that's transparent mixing white. I don't want that one. Here, I'll just use my basics. use a decent amount of white today. I don't know if you can even see that. I think it's on screen. What else? So what did I say that was? Naphtha Crimson. Let's also try some red medium. I'm going to try some red medium and the Naphtha Crimson mixed with white and see what that looks like. So that's the difference in them. The red medium's a little oranger, so I don't know what that's going to do. And then the Naphtha Crimson's more of a pure red. All right, let's see. I need black for the gray areas. Definitely don't need that much. Always put out too much. And then, was I playing around with some browns? I feel like I might have added a little touch of brown last time. We'll just put a tiny bit down. I don't remember. I can't remember from day to day. I may try some unbleached titanium instead of white in some of the areas and see what that does. I don't know. This one's getting me. It's been a challenge for sure. All right, so let's play with this red and see what happens. So we'll try the Naphtha Crimson. I think that's probably my best choice. See what kind of a pink that gives me. And of course I added way too much. But I can kind of see the tone. Do I have wipes? Oh, I neglected to grab my pack of wipes. I'm almost out. What happens if I add some portrait pink to that? Not the portrait pink. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the issue is the portrait pink is too orangey. Oh, I totally just touched that. Sorry, I have paint all over my hand now. I grabbed it in the wrong spot. All right, let's see. I'm liking this tone. It's not bad, but it needs something. Let's see. I want to have a little more white. Maybe just some plain magenta to it. It's close. Did I put out the magenta? No, I did not. All right, where is it? Quinacridone magenta, where are you hiding? There you are. Put it next to the portrait pink. See, it's a little bit purple. Okay, it does say purple red. All right. That must be why it's turning too purple on me, but it does need a little of it. That's closer. I'm liking that. All right, so that's what I need to do. So I need to mix the Naphtha Crimson with the white, and then just a tiny touch of magenta. That is giving me the tone that looks closer to that. So let's try working with those today. So I don't need that red up there. I'm debating on moving it. I'll keep it there for now. And I probably don't need the portrait pink. So I'm just going to slide this over here out of my way. And we'll concentrate on the mixture of naphthol red, white, and a little bit of magenta. Okay. So with that in mind, we're just going to kind of work on fixing the tones. And I think I want to use I might try this round. I think I'm going to try this round. All right, so slaughter these down good. Let's see what this tone does. So that area needs to be a little bit darker. Let's just add a little bit of that. Yeah, I think I like that tone better. It needs to be pinker. It's just too, and the two photos I have are slightly different. Like this one up here, this one's printed on Best and on a different photo paper, a better photo paper. And then this one's printed on just it's like a peel and stick photo paper. So I think this color is probably more accurate. So I think these pinks are going to match this better. So I'm going to try that. See how we can do. All right, so I'm just going to try to work on the areas that look pink first and try to get those in. I'll start with some of these lighter ones, and then I'll probably add a little of the darker. I think I'm going to Sometimes I stutter. I don't stutter a lot, but I do stutter sometimes. I'm going to mix just a little bit of a darker shade so that I can grab it as I need it. So I'm just going to grab some of this, pull it over here, add a drop more magenta, not too much, and all right, we'll do that. I maybe need one more pile. Grab some white, some red. Ooh, that's too much. I can tell that's too much. I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm trying to just give me some piles so I don't have to keep mixing every time. I can just grab it as long as I keep it wet. All right, so there's the pink, and then I want to darken it up. Drop of that. Drop of that. And then what can I darken this with? Do I dare do black? I'm going to put a tiny bit of black off to the side and try it. Just make sure it gives me the right shade of gray. Oops, can't even see that. I think that's not, that might work. Let me grab a little more. I'm just trying to get some of these gray tones in here. Hopefully this will give me enough to work with. Yeah, that's close. And then I might just need a tiny pile darker. Lots of little piles of color. I don't need much darker than that. Okay, let's try that. I only have an hour today, so, well, approximately an hour. We'll see if the storm hits us. I have no idea. It's Georgia. Yeah. You really can't tell. Where did I put that brush? Was it this one? No. I totally set this brush somewhere. I am so confused right now. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. I don't know. I must have cleaned it and... Okay, I think it was this one. Lord have mercy. Losing my mind. Alright, let's check this gray. See how it looks in these gray areas. It's a little on the light side. Yeah, it definitely needs it. Draw it more black. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we'll keep that. That's good. And then there's a little here. And then there's some here, but it's more pink. A little through here. There's a little dip right here. See if I can keep that little dip on there. Well, these will probably dry slightly darker. And then, what color is that? I think it's the same color, there's just some light pink around it. Throw a lighter color. It just kind of goes around like that and it blends into this gray. Lightly blend that in. This is also that gray color. Right now I have it a very bright pink. Well, almost purple. Don't lose your shape. That's close. A little pink in there, that should fix it. It's wet, so I can just kind of hopefully blend it into place. And then there's some white up here, but we'll have to come back for that. Okay, I think I like that tone. Same thing here. It's that darker gray with pink. Not red. Well, maybe red. I'm gonna mix a little of this red and this quinacridone magenta together so I can pull from it and not have to keep doing both. It's like, I would say 75% red and then maybe 25% magenta. Wash my brush. What'd you do with your wipe? You threw it in the trash, didn't you? Okay. So this color is, I think, this gray and this little bit of red mixture. That looks pretty close. Try to change these tones so they're not so purple. I think that's closer. All right. And then some of that over here. Well, this is maybe a little darker. I'll grab a little bit black. Okay, yeah, I think that's closer. There's just so much of that purple look right now. I don't like it. Get more on your brush, girl. Oh, I'll have to mix some because it's just too thin. Bit of that red mixture. I'll see how dark it dries. I think it's going to dry dark enough, but I'm not 100% sure. Where is that line at? It's about halfway. I think it's here. Need some more red. There's a tiny bit of white there I'm going to just throw in because that's going to help me not lose this line. Oh, get enough on your brush. No. Okay, girl, what is up with that brush? It's a little fat, but I think I can get it on there just to hint at it. This one's this gray, but with a little more pink to it. I may do like a wash on this later, see if I can darken it without messing with my tones too much. Try to separate that leaf. Okay, this one, same color. It's almost that color. There's a rattle. It's kind of making me crazy. I don't like rattles. I don't know why. They always bug me. It's something on my shelf. The air conditioner kicks on, it rattles. Running out of base. There. Definitely needs more black through there. Trying to get a little bit of the blending in here as I go. Yeah, I think that dried pretty close. It's a little less purple now. This base has a little bit of this color. Not too much. And then more of that pink shade. Can't tell if this is too dark. Where does that go? It goes up. Try to get these little wrinkles in here. More pink. Not too much. Nope, more pink. Nope. Okay. Wash on my brush so I can get it. think the black also makes it tend to go purple. Just a little white edge on there. I can get it with this brush. I don't know if I can get it with this brush. Let me grab this little brush. Let's see if I can get enough paint on here to actually make it work. A little ruffle right here I want to outline. Close. That goes under, a little bit through here on the edge. And this piece, go ahead and put that. Back into that pinkish color, no, pinkish gray. Piece that goes up tiny bit, then it's down, and then it's up again over here. Kind of goes into there. Okay, wash this brush. Okay, I want to do, trying to hit all these purpley tones. Probably should just do that first. Where's this ruffle? Oh man. So wet. I don't think that's wet. Okay. Alright, so this has a little spot between. I don't know where I saw this gray because I don't even see it now. Isn't that funny? There's like no gray in there. I mean, there is down here, but not really right there. It's mostly pink. And a little bit of a white edge. Something there, maybe just a little bit of gray. I'll find it again. pinker than that. No. No. Just keep adding. I need water. All right, where'd it go? Okay, I think I see that shape. I don't know. I'm just seeing stuff that's not even there. Don't stick to it. Where was I? Here. That comes down here. There's two leaves there. One's below that. It's pinker. Not quite that pink, but we're going to put it that pink for now. And this one has some shades of that in it. It blends into that. Kinda, sorta. There's like a much redder color in here. I'm probably gonna have to take it to pink first. This painting has taken me so much longer than I anticipated, just because I've been struggling with color matching. So I'm gonna take this to pink first, and then I want to color in that naphtha color. I think it's naphtha. So let that dry for a minute, maybe. This comes up into it. Kind of ends there. Just before that. Let's see if I can get that color underneath it. It's inside here. No, it's not dark enough. Drop a black. Comes around, kind of goes up through here. I think like that. There's a little through here. That's high. what's happening here? Where's that leaf petal? Here. I think it's here. Sorry, I'm being quiet. Too much concentrating. Goes into this petal. Like that, kind of. All right. Here. A little bit of gray on this edge, not much. Some grays over here. Which petal is this? Right there. That just needs to be pinker. It's a little softer blend in this too. I think that tone's closer. I can tell where it ends. I think it's here. I just need some white. Dark. Dark. It's the silent show. Oh, I can't see this. one there. I'm not sure. I think maybe there. And then there's one that goes across. Must be that line there. It's not dark enough and it's not pointy enough. Black. No more of that red mixture. Let's see if we can get it. Next to it, about here. The rest of that's pretty much white. There's a dark spot right there. I think it's here. I think that's right. Enough on this to shade this in, I think. It needs to be wetter though. That blends with, oops, I don't have that color anymore. Let's see if I can get a little bit of it. Water. I haven't been wetting my palette. Shame on me. Blend that in. No, too dark. There we go. Tiny little bit of a darker color right through here and underneath. Oh, it's not dark enough. Let's see if I can get it to show. Like that. A little bit right there. Like that. Tiny line through here. Okay. I feel like this isn't low enough. And it's too wide. Maybe it's just mostly that it's too wide. What color is that? Pinkish white. Yeah, I think it was just a little too wide. Okay. We're starting to get the petals a little thicker. Right now they're a little on the thin side. I did want them to have more texture. Oh, I lost my place. There, I think. I think that was the right spot. Take a little turn right here. So we can get this to flow better. That spot there needs to be that magenta pink color. Not whatever color is going on there. And then there's a little white spot below it. Not quite pure white. Where'd it go? Just a dip. I think the problem is that that petal is just too light where it should be dark there. Oh, now I lost it. It's this one. Comes in turns. Goes up. It blends into that one with the round spot. Which I totally don't have. Let's see if I can get it in a second. Where's that red spot? Alright, so it's like here. Up. Over. Kinda. And then that's really white. Let's see if we can just stick some in there. I can't do it. It's going on too thick. Tiniest bit of pink to it. Oh, I see what I'm doing. That's too high. All my colors dry. I'm gonna have to probably clean this palette and just redo it. I'm trying to get this odd shaped petal right here. It's got a little bit of a grayish pink. That just needs to be darker. What is that? Is it this one? Or is it this one? Curve is here. I can't quite see it, guys. This curve goes like this. I think. And then it comes around to here. All right, let's see if I can get that leaf below there dark enough. I need this color, a little bit of pink, and I think this is right. So it's below, I just don't know where that spot is. I think it's this one. Dark spot there. Too much water. No. Where all that color went? Like I said, I think it's time to reload my palette. But we're about out of time anyway. Let's see. Get this dark spot in there so I don't lose it. this one is close to being the right shape. And there's a really dark spot on the side of that point. Comes up and around. Down a little bit. Actually about like that. And there's a little bit of one here. Some water. I think that's just not low enough into that leaf. Let's see if I blend it. That's better. That's pretty close. Okay, and then the tone is actually pretty good. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty close to this dark shadow. Tone. Not sure if I can get enough of that to actually show. Where was that? I lost the spot. Closer. Soften that real quick. now it's 10. Try to get some of this pink in there while I'm at it. A little more pink up here. This is going to be mostly white, but I'm going to get these undertones pink. Right now they're still a little bit purpley. What is happening there? Do not know. Comes down around. Down like that. That pink in there is a little too bright. It's the right tone almost, but not quite. That's closer. Leaf next to it. I keep calling them leaves. They're not leaves, they're petals. There's a fluidy one over here. Hear the train? Hope it's a train. I always get scared when there's tornado watches out. Because they sound like trains. No, I hear the whistle now. I just haven't stopped because I don't hear any lightning or thunder, rather. So we'll just go for a little bit. I need to fix the shape of that. It's kind of off. Higher. It comes down like this. We're getting closer. What do y'all think? There's a big petal here. I can figure out where I was. Texture in that gray, but I don't want to lose that gray either. More magenta in it, probably. Where was I? Too much. Pointy. It's not flowing. stretch. I said an hour, I've gone over, haven't I? It's quiet so far. My tummy's growling. Shush, tummy. A bit of white there. Next it's grayer. Not sure what that red was, but it didn't really belong there. It's more of a pink. Where is that V? Oh wow, I totally lost that petal. Where is it? It's this one. A little white spot. Comes up. With a tiny bit of gray in there. It's not that strong. spilling on my paint on my arm again. The other day I went in the bathroom sometime after my live, and I'm looking at my arm, and it's got this like pinkish splotch on it, and I'm thinking, what am I having an allergic reaction to? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's the paint. I totally got paint all over my arm from setting it on my palette. Which I am doing right now. Oops. It's so hard when you're working in tight quarters not to do that. Actually, a little bit of a pinkish white color. Right, where was it? Here. There's too much water. It's about to sneak down on my brush. Make a puddle. We don't want a puddle. Too dark. I'm running out of paint. Where'd it go? There. Totally out of thread on my palette. But I don't want to put more paint down right now because I'm almost done for this live. Where is it? Not. Keep trying to go lighter, but it's just not. Just a little bit right here where this one petal is. Close. Don't paint your picture. Trying to get these tiny little ones out here. That's good for today. Whew, tired. Lots of concentrating on this one. We're closer. I think we're closer. What do y'all think? Let me zoom back out just a fraction. Nope. Can't wash that because it's photo paper and it just wipes off. Alright, just ignore the splotch. Oh yeah, definitely got paint on my arm again. Let me wipe it off before I think I have a rash later. Alright guys, that is it for today's live. I think we're closer. It's getting there. It's getting there, it's getting there. So I'll be back Friday and we'll work on this some more. So hopefully y'all are enjoying, and I will see you guys on Friday. Stay safe out there if y'all are having storms in your area. I know Bonnie was, but I don't think she's on right now, probably because of storms. So I will talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.